Like, I don't love smoking pot, but I do like getting, like, altered a lot.
Yes.
So I could see myself, like, because it started with, like, just want to take CBD, and then I was like, I'm going to do Delta 8 gummies. And then I was like, and I would take, like, pretty high dose. Like, I was taking more than Foley, whatever Foley takes, like 50. I was taking more than that.
See, my buddy in LA, we went to a Dodger game.
It's fun to take.
Because he did the same thing. He quit drinking, got into doing edibles and stuff.
Right.
He was eating like a 400 milligram cookie.
I was eating like a 400 or 500 milligram gummy.
What?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
I would
That's
be
like
high.
Taking acid.
I would be really high. I was pretty fucked up. Like,
is that just a? It's got to be sheer terror.
I didn't feel. I felt really paranoid that people would know I was high. Like, I went into Eastville one night and I saw the host and he was like, "Oh, your eyes are all dilated," and like I just remember being like, "Ah, shit, I gotta get it together." And I lied. I was like, "It's cold out," and then I like ran away.
That's what I do with all cocaine.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
That's not a high response at all.
You're acting weird. Like, I just had turkey. You'll say anything. Dude, when people are like
turkey.
When people are confident about like being fucked up in public,
so it's kind of cool.
It is cool because I'm like, man, that would rule. But then it's also like that's like a downfall of like everything's gonna cave in.
You think so?
Yeah. If you're just coming out like not fucking being insecure about being lit up on some fucking drug that everybody else will judge you for.
Do you think anyone could do, like, because sometimes I'll see people, like, when I see Dave Chappelle, like, drinking a lot on stage, then I'll be like, I wish I could do that. Because he'll still be so lucid. Like, that makes, when I see him, that makes me want to drink.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he's still so with it, and then he'll just be, like, drinking and drinking and drinking.
Yeah, I think
anytime I see a rock star playing guitar, like, shit-faced, it's like, how?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Practice,
How
dude.
do you do like, I don't think, there's nothing I'm good enough at that won't break down immediately after, like, 3 beers.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I'm not a functional, when I see people that are like, I was a functional drunk, I'm like, I'm not a functional sober.
I know.
Well, that's kind of that's the downfall. This is what I'm saying. Like, thank God I'm not a functional drug addict. Like, I fucking stink at doing drugs.
Yeah.
But I'm a functional drunk. I'm fucking lights out. Beer 3, see ya.
Yeah.
Beer 3 to 5, best I could be in my life.
You are very good.
And then like whiskeys, I could pound a whole bottle of whiskey and you won't know.
Really?
That's not good.
But what about the next day? Because sometimes I could get really drunk and people
get
wouldn't
up,
know. Oh, see,
run
that
5
was
miles.
not. Really?
It's crazy.
Yeah, he does. He works out and then it's like it's gone.
Yeah.
It's really
you can knock the dust
wild.
off. You really can. That's just fucking shame. I'm not saying this. I'm smiling. It's ridiculous.
Those debts are accruing somewhere.
Yeah, the IRS. When you see our accountant, like, so you went to Maggie Hall's every night last month? I'm like, meetings.
Right.
Yeah, fucking meetings.
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business. We're running a business.
How am I
here.
supposed to meet people?
Yeah.
I relapse and then I try to go running and I don't run at all. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, Tommy Pope said he did it. And I'm just like, drunk in
This
the
is not
corner.
good message for the children.
I drink
but
like that much whiskey and get in a car accident. And like, ugh, never met her.
yeah, but it does like you can finagle. Everybody's chemical makeup is different,
Right.
so like I've done every drug.
And you don't get depressed because I mean, I get depressed anyway, so it's hard to know what's what. But I feel like alcohol then would make me get more. I don't know. It's so tough to know what's what.
Heavy depressed.
Yeah, he goes black
Heavy
for days,
depressed.
dude.
But it's so hard to know what's what because like then when I'm really depressed, like someone will be like, "You're depressed," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I should be depressed because this and that." But then when I'm undepressed, I'm like, "Well, I guess that wasn't that depressing."
Well, life is so terrifying and terrible that it's easy to justify depression at any moment. You know what I mean?
True.
it's scary out here. I
true.
completely agree.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ!
terrifying,
This is
yeah.
that's the statement on the front of an AA pamphlet.
Life is so terrifying.
Come on in if you feel this way. If I read that, I'd be like, I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah,
But we talked to Rosebud last week, and she
doesn't drink.
She doesn't drink.
Right.
And then I stopped drinking for a week, and I was like, not that that's enough, but I was like totally not drinking at all. And I still had the same depressing thoughts as like, still the same self-doubt, still the same, it's just longer
I know, but you're a little
days.
more buoyant. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I was.
They say too that it's
You
not.
wouldn't know.
They would say it's not the drinking. It's like you're thinking. So if you take the drinking away, you're still gonna be the same person, have the same thoughts. You're gonna still have all that until you find something to replace it with.
Yeah. Like what?
But
I don't know. That's where I'm stuck too.
I tried Jello. Gummy bears are great.
Dude, Poems. We're
I'm
one
waiting for water slides next summer. I'm gonna fucking hard on water slides.
Maybe like
Well, this
I don't know. I'm trying to find something too, guys.
But I think that's a nice thing. That feeling, that was nice because I quit drinking too for like 2 weeks, and there was that feeling of like, I gotta fill this with something. That's actually kind of exciting. I have to do something productive to fill the gap.
Right.
Because booze is the perfect
numb out.
I love it. It's the perfect
and I like
thing
it for doing comedy
it's
too.
So nice.
I always think that it helps me with like, I like being on stage and drinking too.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'm 36 now. Like when I used to do it, it was fine. But then as I got older, I wake up more and more hungover.
Yeah.
But
that's why the gym is important.
It is, but I wouldn't go to the gym when I'd be hungover.
Yeah. Well, that's why you go to the gym. Once you figure out that's the fix, it's not a good...
Okay, you talked me into it.
Not a good lesson. No, it is.
Yeah.
It truly knocks the fucking cobwebs out of your skull and your depression.
I do agree with that.
Because I get to a point where, and I've told you this before, where like I start tingling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the amount of oxygen getting in my lungs, but like I'll hit a certain pace, like on a treadmill to start my workout, where my lips and my fingers will start tingling.
Wow.
And I know I'm almost knocking the dust off. And then my head's clear. I feel like I lost the hangover. And then I'm like, I'm new. I'm starting over.
That's cool.
Without working out. If I was on the road or something for like 3-4 days and I don't hit a hotel gym or run around the neighborhood, I am a fucking dark mess.
And you can like roll it over into like food or some other like destructive thing to get lost
drinking
in.
Again.
Yeah, drinking again.
That's
drinking
really,
again. Porn, some dark type of thing where you're just like alone doing it, and then you get a little bit of endorphins, and maybe do a show. A show usually would knock off a hangover for me.
Yeah,
but the gym is the healthiest one for sure.
100%.
You ever do creatine?
No, I did creatine in high school and college. Yeah.
Really?
I was fucking yoked, Chris. You should see me. I'm going to ask my dad to send some Polaroids.
I wish I did steroids at some point.
That's not steroids. You said creatine.
I know, but it's the gateway drug to steroids.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
It definitely, yes, it is.
Jesus Christ.
Every kid that was doing creatine in high school.
Do heroin?
No. Every kid that did creatine in high school started doing steroids in college for sure. Yeah.
No, I only knew
You never took an injection in your ass?
No. God, no. No. Needless to say, I snorted heroin once.
Did you really?
Yeah. It's just taking opioids. Like
was it a mistake?
Taking an oxy.
Did you know what you were doing?
Yeah, I fell into a pile of fucking heroin.
No, I was totally innocent. I was volunteering with kids. They put heroin in my nose.
I was underwater for a while. I came up. Somebody put a plate of heroin in front of my face. What do you mean mistake? No, I chose to snort.
But they told you it was heroin.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I think I snorted meth one time by accident.
Really?
That was an accident?
That's really
I would not do meth, dude.
I'd rather do meth over heroin for sure.
Yeah,
I like uppers.
Yeah, me too. I'm
No, meth. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, get you cleaning.
What?
If I see you mopping this place up, like Chris,
it's so funny to walk into that and be like, something's really wrong.
Yeah,
Chris
he's fucked up, dude.
He's addicted to something. No, I don't. I would rather take a drug, a risky drug. I'd rather take something that's going to make me sit around.
So I'd rather do upper.
Really?
I like the idea of doing, like I always fantasize about doing coke, and I've never done coke, but in high school I would fantasize about doing it. Like I felt like I was already like pictured doing it all the time, even when I wasn't.
How did you never do coke?
I just never. In Maine, it wasn't around much, and then I've been places. Maybe people think I'm already coked up. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Do you?
Just because I admit I've done coke, everybody thinks I'm on coke all the time.
Maybe
every podcast we do,
people looking at you at parties like,
yeah, she's had enough. Cut her off.
Do you have it?
Yeah. Mind if I get one?
I've gone to festivals before and people have been like, oh, everyone was doing coke there. And I was like, not one person asked me to do coke.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm glad I've not tried it. I think I would love it.
I feel
it's great.
I feel that way about heroin. No one's ever asked me to do heroin.
Me neither.
Jesus.
And I'm hanging around some pretty low places.
Put myself in the room.
Yeah. And nobody's looking at me
I've
like,
gone to an
you want some.
SPCA where they put dogs down. No one's asked me for heroin.
You're sitting in a corner like making soft eye contact.
All my friends are dying of overdoses. Like no one's offering me.
You're taking offense. You're not going to ask me if I want any?
You're at the funeral.
Yeah, dead friend's funeral. You're going to ask me if I want any? Jesus Christ. I thought I meant more to you. No, coke is... It really is. If done All right, so my friend is trying to get me to smoke weed,
Okay.
and I did it the last like 2 weeks.
And you'd never smoked weed before?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I smoked weed in grade school.
Okay.
Yeah, but the weed back then and like it wasn't aligned with. So like you said, you're an upper, so that's sativa ahead
Right.
for me. I don't like the body high of indica. So she gave me pre-rolls of sativa.
Yeah.
And I would only take 2-3 hits.
That's good that you can limit yourself to that too.
4 hours, and I was like, I didn't change.
Yeah.
I would know, like, you know, if you do 3 lines every 4 hours,
Yeah.
you're gonna start acting a little different.
Yeah.
With the weed, it just calmed all the bullshit, all the noise,
Really?
and I drank less. And I was like, this is what I want to do towards the end of the night, which ultimately affects the hangover. So even if I drink the same amount of booze when it's bad,
Is
the
now you're gonna
hangover,
be a pothead?
what?
You gonna be a pothead now?
No.
I think
I'm saying is
stevia doesn't make you as like I know it's like a bad stereotype of it, but it doesn't make you as lazy or
Right,
you know what I mean?
Indica is into couch, right?
In the
Right.
couch.
Sativas.
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Gotta
phrase
make
is
one up
for
for it.
sativa.
It's a Tom's telling
Saturday
story.
Night Fever. Yeah.
So I started smoking and I was like, oh, maybe that was just one day. I'm going to try it again. The next day, same thing. I would
Really?
smoke like I was watching the Eagles game. Couple hits,
And you don't get any of the fog.
no fog.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
weed-
slowed all the shit down. The hangover comes from drinking and not waiting like 2 hours before you go to bed. Because I'll drink right until I'm like, you know,
Same.
the last episode of Dahmer. And I'm
Totally.
like falling off.
Totally.
Thinking about murdering somebody. I'm like, I'm going to go hit the
Did
sack.
you watch that show, by the way?
Just watched it.
It's dynamite.
I didn't like it.
So I really liked it too, like the first 2 episodes, and I love the guy's acting.
Yes.
But then I read like an article about it, and the first thing I googled that popped up was about how I forget the exact phrasing they used, but they were like it was gratuitous.
Yeah.
Okay, that was what the word
Yes.
was. Yeah, they're like it was gratuitous.
I
It wasn't
agree with
needed. They
this.
already covered all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
destructive to the victims' families, and I was like, damn. But
It's
I thought
porn. It's porn.
That's what they said.
It's straight up. It's 10 hours
Yeah.
of not really a story, just murder porn.
Right.
It's
Well,
like,
there's a story. They're just like most
It's not
Netflix
new.
documentaries.
but it's not examining Dahmer in some way that
They did
like
in the first 2
justifies
episodes.
itself.
100%. That's
It's
the whole
just-
second and third episode is them examining his mind and why he is.
Not
you build a
really.
serial killer. They aren't birthed. You build it, and it comes from trauma, abuse, all
You
that
think
shit
so?
at a very young age.
I always think it's like 50%, or it's like a mix of because there could be people that have that probably the majority of them aren't serial killers.
Yeah, they don't want to search out and murder people. They usually have to be like raped and fucking and abused.
something,
And then have something wild.
Right.
Yeah, there's
right.
like there are like you need to check the boxes of certain things.
I hadn't seen anything else about him too, so to me
Yeah.
it was all new.
Oh.
But then when I was googling it, that's what everyone said, and then I was like, I could see that too.
Yeah, yeah.
But when
I've
I
seen
was
every
watching
doc on this
It was like Joe Pera's bedtime
Yeah,
show.
Yeah,
but
he
just
was
about
exactly
murder.
Joe Pera.
He did look like Joe
He
Pera.
was doing,
His
he was like, I
cadence.
think he was doing a Joe Pera
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
Where's Joe Pera?
He's what?
Where is he?
Oh, I don't know.
He's murdering
where's
people
he
in
from?
Missouri.
I
Buffalo.
forgot. I haven't seen him in a really long
I
time.
know. I think he's in L.A.
He was touring. They're touring for the show.
Oh, are they?
The Adult Swim show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but
fucking killing it.
Good for him.
it did
in a
look
different
good
way.
though. The
Yeah.
show looks good, and the it is freaky. It's very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is, I'm trying to smoke weed so that I don't fucking murder somebody. Yeah, I don't want to.
Gotta go. Yeah. Have you
You're
smoked
just
any
sitting
today?
there like, Dahmer should have had some of this sativa, dude. We could have avoided
Yeah.
all this
Yeah,
trauma.
just me going. Dahmer was too in the couch. Dude, but it has. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. It's worked, and it feels wonderful.
That's great.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really
It
because
is.
sometimes when
That's
I do
good.
stuff like that though, then it'll like catch up somewhere on the back end. Like I won't feel when I was doing the Delta 8 gummies, I didn't feel foggy when I was taking them, but then I noticed I would feel more like out of it the days that I didn't than if I
Yeah.
just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's hard to know what's what. Like it could
Exactly.
be maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Maybe like a red eye fucks me up now more than almost anything. If I take a red eye, I'm fucked up for like 3 days.
Yeah. Same.
Really?
Well, he goes sleepy beep. He can sleepy
you?
beep through anything.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah.
I can
I'll
do
fall
coke
asleep,
and
but
go
I'll
to
be
bed.
like, I'll when I get off that plane, I'm all out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The red eye, I may as well just run through the woods naked for 6 hours. If I have a red eye from LA to New York,
Done.
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
you mean a
I'm not
red-eye
sleeping
flight?
away.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like a coffee with a shot of espresso.
Oh no.
Really gets her up, dude.
I love a red
Fucked
eye.
up for 3 days.
Too much coffee.
Oh shit, that rules.
I appreciate you didn't judge why I was still doing it. Like, maybe just don't do that.
Stop drinking the fucking red eye. Dude.
No, it's just one cup. That's fine. Also, you gave her the most spillable cup.
Look at this cup.
It's a nice
It's
cup.
a really nice
beautiful
cup.
cup.
I did that on purpose.
Where does this cup come from?
It's beautiful. I got it from
like you picked it out and bought it and
no,
stuff?
I got it from an old roommate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Steven
Yeah.
McConey. And it comes with a little dish. It's
really?
even cuter. Yeah, I was gonna give you the dish. You want the dish?
I'm okay, but I really appreciate that.
You have to settle on the dish every time you put it down. I figured you
makes
got, you got a lot more real estate
Yeah.
over there. You can throw it down whatever the fuck you want.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
a
me
little
smoking
clanging
weed. I'm
noise.
thinking through things now. I'm emotionally sensitive. You're good,
host.
about my guests.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
You want
it.
a blanket? You want a beer? You want a binky? I can get anything you want.
I
I'm
have
different
no
now.
in my apartment. Before we started recording, we were talking about just like cleanliness in my apartment. Talking about being a mess. I have no mugs, not one mug in my whole apartment.
What are you talking about?
I don't have any. Like if you came over, if people were coming over, I would go scramble out and like grab some stuff. But right now, nothing.
How many cups do you have? One?
I got a glass.
Oh
I got
my
some. I know.
God.
Yeah,
I
yes.
know. I got to get it together.
You are Christine O'Connor.
I've moved a lot, and then I'm at my girlfriend's a lot.
This is a dog
I
barking at itself in the mirror, man.
I gotta get it together
Yeah.
though. I don't know because I've just moved a lot. Like there's been times in my life where I have bought all that stuff. My mom's brought me a bunch of stuff, and then I
Yeah.
move and I lose it. And
But even when you have a lot of stuff, you probably just use one cup.
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do
yeah.
with what you just said.
Yeah.
You're wired like this.
I
I
just
can't
never-
fix this.
Because if you do a bunch of cups, if you drink out a bunch of cups, you have to wash a bunch
Exactly.
of cups. So you just use one
who's
cup.
you?
Exactly.
I wash my one cup.
You've never washed one
my
cup in
God.
your life.
I would wash
And
once a month. I'd wash that fucking cup. I don't like,
Yes.
and I eat with my hands too. Like I
did you ever
just
live
don't
with
care.
comics before?
No.
Yeah, well, try that. You know what they do? I always wondered when I first got in this place, like 9 years ago. I was with John Ozalay and Jesse Joyce.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Jesse.
I know Jono from Boston.
Yeah.
And I've never met Jesse
Yeah,
before.
Jesse's fucking hilarious. He's a wonderful man. He writes for like Kimmel and Oscars and yeah. And he, I saw all this like these plates, and the front of the plate would be clean, and then the back of every plate.
Tommy
would have,
thinks washing dishes is like the hardest thing in the world. It takes
You've
like
never
a
done
talent.
it. You wouldn't
I do
know.
it all the time. I just washed a dish before we did this podcast.
Why'd you do that? Because when I walked in, it was on the counter, and you went, "Oh
I
shit!"
ate a sandwich while I was setting
And
up
you left
all
it on the
while
counter,
I was setting
and
up all
then
the
until I
equipment. I
walked
ate a
in,
sandwich,
it took-
and so I was doing a lot of stuff.
Oh.
And then I came back out. You
Man.
arrived late to our own podcast.
No, I didn't.
And then he did.
Did I
You
answer
walked
the
in-
door when you got here?
walked in at
He
5:02.
on time. I was on time.
Late
I
to
walked
our
in
own
at-
podcast.
I walked in at 4. Dude,
Late
they
to
don't
our
know
own
when we
podcast.
record. Don't say that.
He goes, he's-
Don't give the people. No,
He's
fuck
late
it.
to our podcast. He goes, ask Emma if she wants anything to drink. I'll grab it while I'm out. She wants a coffee. He's like, I'll just make it when I get back. You
'Cause
make,
it's
you make
more-
a 20-minute long drip coffee.
It was a good coffee.
Yeah, it's the best coffee.
It was a good coffee.
He has no idea.
I
He's
mean,
got
I'll
the
drink
tongue of
any.
a fucking
Me
child.
too, though. I'll drink anything.
I make
deaf
pour over
child.
coffee all the time.
I could
Wait,
tell this
what?
is a good coffee.
I used to when I was at home. I would make pour over coffee every day. Over pandemic, I would
Really?
make pour over coffee every single day.
Actually, over the pandemic,
and
I would make
wash
coffee.
the dish.
Yeah, good. That's because your mother and father were home.
No.
And you respected them.
No, I was just
You
in a
don't
good. I
respect
was in a
me.
good cycle.
Oh,
I was
okay.
in a
Well,
good
that's
cycle.
cycle
yeah,
here.
I cycle.
I've never been in a better cycle than over COVID because I
Yes.
had like a routine and I loved that routine. I was
Yes.
going to bed at the right times. I was meal prepping,
I
drinking water.
haven't met a single comic that didn't enjoy comedy.
I
dining
loved
for that
quarantine.
It was the
dude.
best time of my
Everyone I've
life.
talked to, like Foley, was like, it was the best time of my life.
Well,
Like,
Foley for different reasons. Foley had his mom cooking dinner 8 times a day.
I feel like everyone was just like, holy shit, you can go to bed at a decent
Yeah.
hour, you get up. You're not just staying up till 4 every night getting
Totally.
shit-faced.
I think I was worse. I would go to bed
Really?
like as soon as I saw the sun come up, I'd be like, Bonzo time. I gotta get
That's
to
true.
bed.
That's true. When
This
I
is
came
bad.
back to the city, we were...
Well, Foley said it was about like not fearing things were passing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't feel
yeah.
like things were happening.
No FOMO.
outside.
You're not looking at anyone
Too.
doing
No
other
FOMO.
stuff.
That
Also,
was
like,
huge.
yeah, you go into the suburbs, you're like, holy shit.
I was walking
you hear
around,
animals,
taking out the trash, talking to neighbors, like waving at them. Like it was nice, and they're like, "Who the fuck?" But I'm here. Like I liked it a lot. But the second thing started popping up, then that's when especially like when people started doing shows in the South, then I started being like, "Oh, all right, I wanted to get out and about."
Yeah.
What would you do if you didn't do comedy?
I don't know. So this is what I always think. So whenever I'm like really frustrated, I go to the same thing every time. I'll be like, fuck this, I'm getting a food truck. But I can't cook and I don't know how to do business and I'm not good at customer service. So it's not a good idea, but that's what I go to. I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna get a food truck.
What do you think you can do within the food truck?
Yeah, what would you do?
I don't know. I was thinking I could do like
You're bringing your energy to a food truck industry.
I would be.
It's just like me going, you know what I'm gonna do? Open up a lacrosse rink. I don't play lacrosse. Don't know how to open a rink.
He doesn't know that they don't play in a rink.
Yeah, I don't even enjoy lacrosse.
I was thinking you hate it. In fact,
I fucking hate it.
those
I hate the
fucking
people outside of this dickhead.
I was thinking it could do like when I was in college, there'd always be these people with food trucks when we would get out of parties, and they would upsell the hot dogs and the sausages. I never forgot about that.
Oh, financially.
Even when I was drunk, I would be like $12 for like these fucking, and I'd be like, give me 6 of them because it was like you're drunk.
Yeah.
And I never forgot that. So then I was like, I could do that.
Oh, so you want to be a landlord? You want to
Something like
you want
that.
to rate people in the wallet? I like this.
Yeah.
I would do like food truck, or sometimes like I don't know. Now it gets like harder and harder to tell because I don't even know how I would like spin the gap in my resume because the gap now.
I don't think you need. You don't apply for a food truck job.
I got news for you, Em. I don't know how to tell you this.
Who books those food trucks? I get rejected.
Third one down.
It'd be so funny to have a food truck person be like, "There's a bit of a gap in your resume." So shit.
How are we going to trust that you're not going to jump to another food truck in 3 years?
I used to fight back against the late night food trucks.
Really? You'd haggle with them?
My freshman year roommate was like, he was just like a scam artist. Like he knew every scam. You know what I mean? He constantly was just like coming up. So he just started printing $20 bills.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He was just printing $20 bills, just like, and he would make like a really pretty good 20.
Were you guys friends before?
Late night food from the food trucks with fake 20s.
You would use his fake money to buy food
from the food truck.
That's pretty. I mean, were you friends before? Did
I feel
you
like
meet him?
Burke, if you're watching this, maybe cut it.
What do you mean?
You want to go figure out how to do that?
Using fake money to buy goods? Turns out.
No, but I'm not doing it at a real place. I'm doing it at a food truck.
Pretend.
It's a business on wheels. It's the same fucking thing as a restaurant.
I don't know.
It is. What do you
now
mean you
they
don't
are,
know?
but not in 2003.
How are you gonna look down on a food truck?
What?
Food trucks
have come a long way. This isn't a fancy food truck with a paint job. This is a tin box, tin box with a window that flaps down.
He knew how to
I know who you're talking about, by the way. Is this on Drexel's campus?
Yeah.
Is this
fake 20s? That's pretty impressive.
It can't be there anymore.
It's pretty impressive to be able to make fake 20s.
Yeah, he knew how to do like all that stuff. He would fuck with me too all the time. He changed like some setting on my computer so that anytime I typed the word "the," it would autocorrect to the like F word. Fuck. And so I'd be writing an essay, you know, just like late night, just trying to get it out, and every thought was like, oh, what's happening?
You think you're having a seizure?
That'd be great if this is why you're all fucked up.
Dude, he just fucked with me.
And this guy totally changed your wiring.
What does he do now?
He better be in the mob.
For sure.
No, he did work in construction for a while. Yeah. He worked for some big like construction company.
You still keep in contact with him? Is he dead?
Every once in a while.
Seems like
No, he's all
dead.
right. I think he did almost die.
Yeah.
Sure.
By his own hand or somebody else?
No, I think he got in like a car accident or something.
Damn.
By his own hand or somebody else? Yeah, that sounds...
Also, I feel like if you pissed off the wrong food truck guy, like it wouldn't be, I wouldn't want to make them angry. You know what I mean? It's not like a big store where you're getting like there's not a lot of oversight. It's just,
I feel like there's a big portion of the food truck industry. It's come so far. It's not like you're not just some degenerate selling hot dogs in the corner of a park.
But I feel like you could.
These guys are.
You could pop up. I feel like you could blend in with the people because how do they know? You could make like a fake like license thing.
Yeah, but there's like just like comedians, like you start to learn how sausage is made. Sorry for the pun, but like the play on words or whatever.
Aphorism.
Once you know how the industry is made up, like if you're talented enough, you can have a restaurant on wheels and simplify the menu.
Sure.
And only serve the best of what you can offer.
Absolutely.
And people will keep coming back as opposed
100%.
to having 7 pages on the menu and paying the rent for all that shit.
Right.
So now I think it's come so far where you'll get better food in New York at a food truck.
Yeah.
Authentic Mexican cuisine where you're like, you got to go to this truck.
Yeah.
I would not
go to
have
this
one of those
bodega.
food trucks, but I mean, not like I would not have like a good food truck food. Like I would just want to be like upselling the hot dogs.
So you want to go to a college campus, you want to go to NYU, feed these white bitches that are all
Late at
plastered
night.
on frozen drinks.
Yeah, between 1 a.m. and like 5 a.m.
Yeah. They're throwing up in their dorm, getting knuckled around.
How about a hot dog?
How about a hot dog?
That's
I
right.
want a hot dog.
This is what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
But you're right. The food trucks can be incredible. In Boston, there was this, what was it called? Clover, I think. And there'd be like a line around the block for the food truck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
It does sound like kind of a fun thing to do on an off night. Just go like outside of a baseball game or something like that. Just crushing
You
dogs.
can't. You don't just pull up wherever the fuck you
College
want. You got to
football
pay a
game.
shitload of money. You got to
Yeah.
get licensed. You got to pay a fee, a permit fee.
Just like a slightly you find the spot because those guys selling waters on the street, they don't have permits, do they?
I don't
I don't know.
The
Not the kids.
Outside of
The
baseball game,
t-shirt.
yeah.
I think the t-shirt guys do. Where
Yeah?
they put up a thing. Yeah, you can't do
Really?
that. No,
I mean
there'd be-
they're selling
they hadn't-
unlicensed Eagles shit.
Right, but
There's no way
they're
have
paying the
permits.
fucking government. The government's looking the other way.
You think?
The state.
I think if you're like mobile, like if it's like just one of those things that like hangs on it balances on your stomach, and then you can like do that.
You want to be a hot dog guy out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Hot dogs!
Yeah, exactly.
Wearing the whole
Exactly.
getup.
So I can
like
get
a
out
dude who
quick.
found an exit and then just cruised.
I got no fucking backup plan. That's the real of it.
Dude, that rules.
I don't know what I really don't know what I would do at this point. Probably move somewhere like and just sit in the beach and like look back on stuff.
Well, you have to
Yeah.
have money to do that.
I know. Fuck.
Yeah.
My
I
buddy
don't
did
know.
that. He after college he went to Motanita in Ecuador and just opened a pizza place.
Really?
On the beach.
Wow.
And he said it was the best fucking
And he's
time
happy?
ever. He left. It was a 6-year lease. He was there for 6 years and just partying all the time. I mean, like it was the coolest shit ever. And he was like, I don't know, like he was like, if I do this for another 6 years, I'll never leave.
Right.
And
Which
so
I
he
get.
bounced,
So why
yeah.
didn't he want to? He wanted to like pursue something else?
Yeah, I think he just wanted like a real life a little bit.
Some
I
stability,
think
maybe.
Yeah, I think he
Like it was too like he retired way too early.
Yeah, he was just like doing. What do you mean?
Maybe it was too fun. Maybe he was having fun all
Yeah,
the
it was
time.
like doing
What,
coke
selling
and acid
pizza,
and like
doing
just
coke and fucking the hottest chicks in the world.
Yeah.
Sucks. Anyway, you have his number, so you talk to him.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's. Yeah.
I want to talk to him.
Dude, it was
wanna see
nuts.
what
He had
rent's
the guy he ran the business with got killed.
Fuck.
Taking money for rent
Well,
out
maybe
from the
that's
bank.
why he left.
No, he stayed there for like another 3 years.
Probably because don't you think if you did that every day, you'd get
Yeah.
depressed? Because
Yeah.
it's like you'd have nothing to like balance it
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And then it would make everything that's not that be even harder. Because it's
True.
like, okay, if you're not having sex, doing coke, or making the pizza, say you got to go run to the grocery store. That beside, you know what I mean, or whatever it is, everything else is going to suck so much in comparison.
Yeah, and when you vacation in a place like that, you're like, oh, this is fucking amazing. But then you start living there, you're like, well, I'm just like on the edge of the earth here. Where
Totally.
the fuck am I?
We
This is
just
like-
talked about this about like living a high level of fun and excitement.
Yeah.
You start to not respect it as much. Like you don't sit in the moment. So like you're doing all this cool shit. And I was guilty of this when I first started like getting things early in my career. And I was like, I don't remember a lot of it because
I
was
didn't
like,
appreciate anything,
I didn't appreciate
ever.
anything. Yeah. Even now I'm like, dude, the last 3 weeks. I mean, all the shit you've been doing the last two, 3 weeks. Like, that is.
Do you feel like you appreciate it now?
Yeah,
I would.
I do. I like there, but there's also the fear of that it's going to go away.
Totally. That's the other.
That's the weird thing is like you start enjoying stuff like that and you're like, should I not be enjoying things as much?
Right.
And should I be like more focused on making sure that this never goes away?
Well, it's a
Yeah.
good balance. I mean, you're
Yeah.
doing the right balance.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like, you know, you get messages going, man, you look like you're living the best life. Then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah. And then you think about it, you're like, oh shit, I think I fucking am.
Yeah.
I think I am. And then how did I not realize that before? And then
Right.
constantly worrying about go back to like depression, the drugs, the boozing. It's like, will it ever fucking matter?
Or also, and that's good too if someone's like, you look like you're living the best life, and you're like, I am, and your response isn't, well, it's just social media, like it's totally not actually what my real life is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've had points where I'm like posting online, like, and it's not lining up with what my actual life is like.
Really? Yeah.
But then I've had other times where like life is good, but then it all usually matters where I'm at with myself, not career stuff. Because probably when career stuff was good, I wasn't feeling good, and then I've been times where I'm like way more down and out, and then I'll feel better.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, fuck, thinking about career stuff, especially with social media now.
Yeah.
It's a whole other clusterfuck.
I talked with Shane about this, about like all the shit he's doing. He's like, obviously he's top of his game and one of the best in the industry, if not the best. Like, it's like what he's experiencing. And then like when he comes home, he's like, yo, let's me, you and Chris go to this game. And then the joy in his eyes, and obviously mine and Chris's, excuse me, it's like, oh shit, you could be doing wild fucking things that anybody in this industry would be like, I'd kill to be in that position.
Sure.
But if like you're not at home or doing something simple, like at home in the heart and like with your boys,
100%.
it's like, I don't need all that. I just want to come back to earth and be like, this is cooler than...
Especially because also I feel like when you do those things and you've like worked your way up to it and worked really hard for it, that's like when you're still you that whole time. So then people are like treating you so differently, but then you're like, I'm not, like I always try to think of if I have a good show or a bad show, I'm still me either one. Like if someone's like, I love you, or if someone's like, ugh, I'm still the same. You can't believe it if they love you so much or if they hate you so much. It's all just like, just doing what you're, so when he's around all that energy of like, I love you, the best, you're the best, that's a lot to absorb too. I would imagine, you know what I mean? So then it's like, you want to just be like, fuck, it's a lot. And also I would probably too, like that expectation of like, when so many people have seen you, then they are like, they
expect you to be good. They expect you to be really good. Yeah, that's terrifying. Because it's not, the nice part about being like relatively anonymous is like if you kill, people are like, well, I thought that would suck, and it was actually really nice.
Yep.
As opposed to them being like, this better be the best shit I've ever
100%.
seen. And you're like, oh fuck, dude, I don't have that.
I don't have that at all. Pressure. We were getting back. My girlfriend and I were at the airport, and she was like, let's go out for a nice dinner. And I was like, or she was like, let's go out. She's like, we'll have a good time at dinner. And I was like, I don't want to have a good time. I was like, please, like I can't handle the pressure of a good time after all this. And she was like,
let's eat shitty hot dogs in the end of the bar.
Talking about this fucking food truck, and then she was like, okay, Emma, we'll go out and not have a good time. And I was like, okay, then we can go out. And she's sometimes I feel like I'm like from Love on the Spectrum. She was like, I saw someone on Love on the Spectrum say something similar to that, but I just like not having the expectation.
I feel that I'm planning an event
to have a good time. If someone's like, let's go out and have a good time, you're
it's the most stressful thing on earth. It's the most stressful thing on earth.
Totally.
Like going out to dinner or something like that. Yeah, it's just it's horrible. Even when like if something is my plan,
oh god,
I can't imagine.
It's
brutal.
Agony.
Please.
No, but I mean, it's like, let's say if I get tickets, if I get
look-see into what your date night would be, and
my
be honest.
date night,
I can. I don't know about you, but
fucking pulling out horse carriages. I want pure uncut Chris O'Connor date night.
Date night, dude. I mean,
take the hat off.
I mean, it's all like if we get to the spot and eat the meal and I don't mispronounce anything. That's a win.
Sure.
That's a win.
Well, what if she was like, I want to do something fun? I
don't know. Red alert. That'd be I say this isn't going to work out.
Do something fun.
Yeah, what would you do?
Gross.
Jesus Christ.
I would not like that.
Come on.
Like, honestly, like back against the wall, I'm going like,
massages.
Go to the massages. That's a good one. Park. Just go to the park.
Yeah.
Eat in the park.
I think that's pretty fun.
Get a blanket.
Yeah.
Sit in the park.
You get a blanket, or would you borrow?
I would get a blanket. I would get it.
You borrow one of the blankets?
Yeah.
Would you make you a sandwich? Would you make her?
No,
make her a picnic lunch?
I would never make someone food.
Why?
I've done that a bunch. I'll do in the beginning. The first couple times I'll do in the first 1 or 2 times I'll be like, I can't cook, but I'll make you grilled cheese or something, or whatever, something. And then but in the beginning I'll do that.
And then after that, you're like, Never again.
Dude, but a picnic food?
I would do a picnic. I think that would be kind of fun.
Make food for a picnic? I think it'd be great.
What about a charcuterie? Do you want to make a charcuterie board?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I've made a charcuterie board.
That's very romantic.
Yeah, I could buy some cheeses. Boursin.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, he likes flavored. He gets a herb boursin like it's so white trash.
I never heard of it.
Boursin's high class.
It's the most
dude.
basic bitch shit. It's the one that's got a little circle. You unfoil it. It's already got the herbs involved.
The chives in it. Yeah, those are good. I like those a lot.
It's fantastic.
Those are good. I do like those.
That's a charcuterie board.
I love it.
You're the best.
It's that and the dinner. Once we're gonna just bring out more.
Just boursin and wheat thins.
Just that and a big thing of salami or something.
I love salami.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You could do that. Actually, my friend recommended we do a charcuterie board, a small for a dish. Because it's a very powerful thing to do on like a date.
It is. I mean, it's a lot of preparation.
It is.
But something always goes wrong. Someone's always like, ugh, brie. I hate brie.
We'll say,
like,
don't
come
eat
on.
the fucking brie.
Don't eat the fucking brie. Absolutely.
Also, who would say that? Go to the next cheese, you ignorant cunt.
Absolutely. That's why there's options. Yeah.
That's like me going, ooh, eat you out? Not going to do that.
100%. You should be, it's a good way to suss people out, I think.
Yeah. A charcuterie board?
Yeah, because if anyone had the audacity to be like, ew to one of the options.
100%. Yeah, that's a fucking rude. That goes, okay, let's finish this meat and cheese board. We'll pretend to fucking bite our teeth through this movie that
What
I'm
if they call my
enjoying.
boursin what trash? What do I do?
I wouldn't do that to a woman. And if a woman does that to you, I'll fight her. Dude.
Yeah, that's
I'll
like
fucking
evil.
knock her out. Chris. If you open your heart, put down some boursin to this poor little sweet baby, and she disrespects you, I'll backhand her out the door. I would never.
Good.
I'd be very upset though.
Do you plan dates? Do you ever plan a date?
I haven't in so long.
Yeah.
I should. I mean, I feel like when my girlfriend and I first started dating, we were going to but it was during COVID and we would try to plan a date night. It was easier when it was long distance because then it'd be like, okay, I'm going to be in town for 4 days. You're going to be in town for 4 days. And then we would plan dates then. But now, no, but she's cool with it. She's not like, how come we never, my mom was in town. We went out to a really nice steakhouse. Yeah. We went out to, also I put my shoes on the couch a couple times. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I mean, no disrespect.
You're fine. Thank God you said that.
Sorry about that.
I get a lot of comments about people putting their shoes on the couch because I went nuts on Chris once.
Yeah.
Oh,
but the ladies are off. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No,
it's a bad habit.
Stop. You're fine.
Well, that's also, I think the tough part about how much fun we've been having is that now it's like planning something seems ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
because it's just like plan fun. We just go out and then fun happens.
Right.
That's how life works.
That's what I'm saying.
You just go out into the world and then fun stuff starts happening.
Just wait around till fun happens.
And I can guarantee that. I'll be like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna happen. It might not.
I
be
put
fun
the work
for me.
in. You're gonna have fun soon.
Any minute now, bitch. It'll be fun happening. She's like,
You're looking at your phone like, oh shit, it's my manager. What about that fun?
Boom, fun here. You feel that?
No, but I think this is the most powerful aspect of this entire argument or conversation.
But whether I have fun or not, something fun will happen.
Yes,
of course.
Yeah.
Something entertaining will happen. I'll screw something up. There'll be an amusing moment for the other person.
Yeah. Sure, you're going to bring the fun regardless.
Yeah, in some way.
What matters to what I found, what matters most to the other person, regardless of whether it's the first date or 100th date,
caring
is if you if you think, and it could be something simple. It doesn't have to be a fucking boat ride amongst the ducks in Central Park or whatever the fuck. You could go to a dart league with free hamburgers.
Imagine getting stuck on a boat with ducks in Central Park.
It could be anything. If you just go, hey, look, there's this fucking hot dog festival, whatever. And she'd be like, oh, I don't like hot dogs, but you're thinking about something.
And that's the right kind of girl, because that's the attitude.
Right.
It's unless they said, look, my dad died from eating a hot dog. How do you told you that? Because that stuff happens too, and you're
right now.
Fuck.
Yeah. But it could be anything.
Right.
And there's such a simple search of things to do this weekend in whatever city you're in. Things to do. I'm like, oh, there's a fucking... there's a bunch of Scots rolling a cheese wheel down for their fat wives that go tumbling.
Totally.
Let's go watch them from, the
100%.
plastic gates.
Because if you don't plan anything, nothing can go wrong.
So this is
If
a
you
big
plan
thing with ours.
something,
You're false.
Something can
It's
go
actually
wrong.
the opposite. I would argue it's the opposite.
If
you don't plan anything,
the
it
relationship
can all go wrong.
Yeah,
if you plan something, you can then take your own as Emma was saying, like your own sense of humor and your own spontaneity and your ability to make lighthearted situations.
But it's hard to know what to plan. Like I feel like every time I pick a restaurant, it's like something's weird.
Yeah. Dude,
Then don't do a restaurant.
Yeah.
Do a fucking, like you said, go to a goddamn food cart and then walk around a park or whatever the fuck.
Because I never make reservations at restaurants. So that's been a thing.
I
and
don't
then
either.
I'm into being like, where do you want to go to eat? Like, well, let's start walking down the block. We'll find a place. Because it's like, then how do you know if the place is good? I'm like, I don't really care if the place is good. There'll be something there. So, I mean, I'll start. It was a relief when my mom was in town because my girlfriend planned all the stuff we were going to eat.
Yeah.
So my mom was like thrilled.
Yeah.
But
that's huge.
I should plan a date. I mean, I don't even. What's your longest relationship? Thanks. I appreciate that.
Probably like 4 years.
That's a really long relationship.
Yeah.
Mine's like a year. I'm 36. It's always like my longest relationship is the one I'm in now.
What happens at the year mark?
Wow.
They run out of cups. The one cup breaks.
Oh, you gotta go.
They're both lapping at the fucking their hands like dogs by the sink. I can't do this anymore. I'm done lapping. Sorry,
when I look back at some of the women I've dated too, that they've been okay with like me with the one cup, I'm like, gee, I was putting in work in the personality department. You know what I mean? To like oversell the
whole personality
situation.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good way to spin it positively. I must be a good time.
I am charming.
Yeah. I really have something here because
that's like your big
I live in squalor.
It's like your big dick uncle always having a hot girl around. Like, God, that guy's a piece of shit. He must have the brajol out there.
He's got to drink out of one cup. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
What happens at a year? So in the past, usually it would be, this is what would happen. Usually it would be like I would pretend I was doing much better than I was in the beginning. So they'd be like 2 to 6 months of like everything's going really well, like you're like everything's fine, and then they'd start like the way I deal with stress or everything would start kind of like get the cracks would start the show.
Yeah.
So then once I felt like they like figure out more like, oh, like you have there's problems.
Yeah.
Then I'd say we would drag it out for a couple months, and then I would maybe meet somebody else.
Yeah, I ever since stand up, I've been in a bit of a thing like that. Especially like if I bomb real bad, I'll be like, I need to break up.
Like if she sees you,
I need to, like it's like I literally need
300 girlfriends a year.
I need to dump everything in my life.
Yeah, everything's got to go.
Just clear the slate.
That is a vulnerable
You
thing.
just call your mom up. You're like, you're a bitch. Hang up. Just dumping everything you love.
When someone sees you have a bad set, that is like a vulnerable.
Yeah. Not even. They don't even have to see it.
Really?
It'll just be like a thing where it's just like, I'm not good at this. I need to.
You don't want the comfort.
I can't drag someone else into this. Like,
you're a hero. You're trying to save them.
You are trying to save lives.
It's about them.
Because I'll be like, sometimes if I'd have a bad set, I'd want like the comfort maybe. Like I'd be like, woof. Actually,
100%.
no. But I do want that, but it is tough too because like, then if someone was like, oh, it wasn't bad, then that bothered. It's a lose-lose situation for the girl because if I say, there's nothing they could say. If they say it wasn't bad, I'm like, well, now I know I can't trust you. And then if they're like, it was bad, I'm like, you fucking, that's the last thing I want to hear. Like, there's nothing they can.
Yes. And also, it's like, I'm not good at being comforted, and I'm also not good at comforting because.
Oh, I can comfort. You can't comfort? I can comfort.
If I got something good to say.
Can I say this is the importance of domestication?
What?
I believe.
What?
The lives that we lead. And the insecurities and depression and the addictions and all the shit that comes with our livelihood and our careers. The importance of domestication and thinking through like dates or like giving someone, offering someone a small meal or like doing their clothes or making sure the apartment is clean. These things are important because they're showing love in a way that they're going to have to rescind or reciprocate in other ways through our faults.
Yeah.
So if I don't wake up in the morning and do my bed and make sure things are clean for her and make sure she's happy, then when I'm in a fucking hole,
It's like the thick and thin thing. Yeah.
If you're always on the ledge, and whether it's personally and also collectively, then there's nothing for her to go, well, I know he means it, and I know I want to be there for him. So you want to provide for somebody else emotionally when you're not there for her emotionally. So then it's reciprocated rather.
What do you mean? Because I like...
The fact that you said, what do you mean? You've got a lot of learning. What I'm saying is do things for them that you want in those times of desperation. And
you're saying to overpower the feeling of wanting to get them out of your life, do something nice instead.
No, I'm saying like if you're doing things nice for them,
then you maybe wouldn't want to get them out of your life.
You're not in despair. She's going to want to pick you up, and she'll be able to foresee these depths when you go on your breaks for 4 or 5 days.
The depth thing is just like I don't like having to be responsible for anyone else and their happiness. You know?
All right, well, you're fucked.
Well, I feel like being responsible for someone else's happiness isn't fair, too, because it's like, if someone's putting their happiness on you, then it's like, no, you got to be happy, and then maybe I'll try to...
No, I mean, you're not responsible for all of their happiness, but it's like if you're sharing a life at some point, it's like you are responsible for like...
You should want that, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you're truly in love with somebody, you should want them to feel a certain way.
Or trust them to be like...
I do.
Otherwise, it's entrapment. Like, if you're trying to get pussy and you're just like, look what I made you in the charcuterie bouzon board or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's entrapment. You're just trying to get laid, and it's like, you don't really care about that person.
We're talking about different things, I think.
But she might just be trying to have sex or something, too, so who knows?
Of course. Yeah. This is date 1 or 2. I'm saying this is like month 3 or 4.
But also, it's like a trust thing, because it might be like having to trust the person to be like, okay, if I say... you start to feel unhappy, then she'll be able to leave on her own. Like that she's not gonna put up, like I know when I started dating like more balanced people, like they would like get out. Like if something was like not good, then it'd be like, okay, we're just not gonna be together anymore. Instead of them being like, what happened? We have to make it work. Like, and then I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, like the right person probably wouldn't feel like that much work. It'd just
That's
be
how
like...
I feel like balanced people would leave me.
Right. Or that wasn't what I meant. No, I mean like...
Wait, I can tell someone's got a good head on their shoulders when they hit the bricks.
When she leaves, you're like, good for her.
Yeah. Good for her. That's a good woman.
Yeah. I knew she was a good woman.
More charcuterie for me.
Yeah. He's just sadly eating boursin on the couch. The whole box of wheat thins? This is great.
There's some good people in this world.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like finding that balance for... It also matters, in my experience. I was in a 6-year. I was in 2 5-years.
Wow.
I was in a 4-year.
Wow.
So you could say I'm a monogamous.
Serial monogamous.
6 years is a long time.
But like I also... throughout parts of those time periods where I knew it wasn't right, but I like the comfort, to your point, where like you want... some type of stabilization or like comfort, like going to bed and like all the peace that comes along with it.
It's one less thing to have to think about. Like you get used to it.
So your best friend and lover then just becomes a best friend. The lover goes in parts ways,
right? In
your head and your heart, and then you just keep. It's selfish.
Totally.
Yeah. And now you're like, all right, well, I have a very high need for both of those levels, which requires a very special woman to put up with our bullshit, to want to love and support you, and then also like be independent,
take care of herself. For sure. Because that's so
You're narrowing
important. Nothing's more important to me than someone says like, I'm interested in this. I'm taking care of myself, me first. Then that to me is a weight off. It's like, because one of the most unattractive things someone can say is if they're like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, then I'm like, then your life is fucking like, what are you? That's not attractive. This is not a good thing.
Or at least leave that at an emotional level. It's like, you should have your own career.
100%. I want better things for you in terms of, or like that makes me very, very, very nervous. Like you want to be like a garnish.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
then
I
you
want.
talk about this. So now you have this field of experiences and dates and stuff. Now you're narrowing this down to go like, you need to be like a very special person.
Yes.
That's why everyone goes, oh, you're single at that age.
You need
must
tons
be
of free time and to be completely independent.
You are broken at a certain rate, but like at the same time, I want you to fulfill the little broken area, but like I'm also not broken in many other areas.
Right.
And then finding that, it's like Tetris. It's like I'm finding that one little fucking lock that's
totally.
So I'm not going to suffice for somebody that's not like that exact lock.
Fair.
I'd rather, you know how many fucking years we've spent together and with my best friends crying alone in our own separate bedrooms.
And that's kind of romantic.
The fucking time in. This is depression boot camp. I know what it takes. I don't need you to tell me how to be poor or sad. I need you to fulfill things. And if you can't, fuck off.
Totally.
And no offense to you. Good luck to you. But like, I want it, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna just force it.
Yeah.
Totally.
The worst part is when you find that person and then you're still like, why do I still not want to do this?
I've never been with someone that is just like my girlfriend's really funny, and I never like thought of that as something I would like. I dated one other funny person, but I've never been in a relationship with someone that's so funny. Like she helps me with material and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's not like she works in advertising, so she's always like working with words, so she'll like help me like clarify stuff. And I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah, so now you have to fake being in love with her for more years.
yeah.
Until my next special comes out.
Right. No, she really is, but it makes you enjoy talking to the person too, because then I'm like, it used to be like I'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta spend time with a girlfriend, but now I'm like, oh good, I hope I want to spend time with my girlfriend.
Yeah, because you're kind of working at the same time.
There's that, and I'll be like interested in what she has to say, her worldview. That's an interesting thing. Like, I'll be like, what'd you think about that? Like, I'll be interested in it, and then she's like funny too.
Yes.
The older you get, the more you realize like the looks and all that bullshit. Like, do you remember what it's like to have sex with somebody that's just beautiful and doesn't fulfill like anything you care about?
Do I remember what that's like?
Yeah.
Some of the best sex I had was actually with someone in a story, and they were not attractive.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I was coming off of someone that had been really hot, and then there was this fucking not attractive. But she was so fun because she was like real like horror-ish.
Yeah.
But like in a great way. Like she was like, because I think the hottest thing is like desire. Like I'd rather watch someone who's unattractive in porn but is like really like into it than someone who's really hot and not into it.
Yes.
Like you want like I'd rather take the most unattractive person that's like, I'm a whore, I need to get fucked. That's attractive than someone who is attractive but not you know what I mean?
Someone who's totally unself-conscious in the
maybe for like a one-off you'd pick the more attractive person, but for like a regular thing you'd want the I remember I introduced that girl to this friend of mine, and he literally went, whoa! The first time he saw her. That was his reaction. I was like, Mike, this is da-da-da. And he just went, wow! And then I was like, hey, come on. He was like, what the fuck?
Because she was so ugly or hot?
Unattractive. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like, whoa. It was like, he literally went, wow. And I was like, hey, what the fuck?
He couldn't even contain it?
He was surprised. He literally went, wow. Yeah, like
is this like Adam Sandler in a wig? How are we talking?
Kinda. A little bit. But I've been with lots of attractive people too.
No.
I mean, not. But
you introduced her to people.
Well, we were like out. We ran into him. He had no prep.
That was my chance.
He had no prep.
On the bus. Oh shit!
You were really switched out. You're like, oh no, I didn't think he'd be in this area.
He had no heads up. That was the other thing. Like he
was just running a food truck that you and her stopped by.
I hadn't seen him in a while too, so I was like, oh, this is da-da-da. And he literally just went, whoa, and I was like, come on. Otherwise, I would have been like, hey, like I'm with someone, like just so you know, this is the situation. Yeah. He could have handled it a little. He could have been a little.
Did he try to cover it up? Did he try to like?
No, he just. I couldn't believe. She was like, what was that about?
Did he do a second wow? Because to be like, whoa. Wow.
And then one of these, holy shit.
Then I would have been
it just keeps getting softer and softer. My God.
I think there was like a good.
Lord.
I think I was like, oh, I think you remind him of someone, or I said something like that, like he thought you were someone else, or like something, because she was like, what was that? And I was like, yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. Some drug kid I went to school with years ago. Man, he never healed.
I don't know that guy.
Do you think she gets that a lot?
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like.
Oh my God! That's so funny, dude. Holy shit! You go, oh!
I really want to get a coffee, but I want to startle everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, we got to do an ad read.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
We'll
You
do
guys
that.
should probably get one of Stativia like ad sponsor. They sponsor a lot of podcasts.
Really?
I think.
Weed?
Really?
Yeah. The weed
Really?
gummies for sure.
Wow. Yeah.
I was good with gummies for a while. I was good with like,
You eating weed gummies?
yeah. I thought gummies. I was very scared about the puff puff for a while.
Really? Because
Yeah.
you're still smoking.
Yeah, and I also didn't like it. Just hit me so differently, and I would do like 5 to 10 milligrams, very low of gummies. But to your point, like the next morning fog, I'd be like hungover.
From the gummies?
Yeah.
See, I only did the gummies, but I was taking such a high dose. I never tried taking the smaller dose. I didn't even consider it. I don't know
Really?
why.
You're just trying to get sent.
I guess it was like the ones I bought were a high dose, and that's just what I was trying. And I liked how it made me feel.
Yeah.
But now I'm on. Now no more gummies.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing. You're totally
Nothing.
clean.
There's this comedian I saw. I'm totally paraphrasing the line. Mike Gaffney.
I know, Gaff.
Yes,
he's
I
a good
saw
dude.
him on this. I think it was Last Comic Standing, but he was talking about. I forget. I just really liked how he said it, but the sentiment was like he's like, I'm just taking life straight to the face, and that's what he was
Yeah.
like with
Yeah.
not drinking or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that. I
You
like.
say it every podcast. Just fucking do it.
What do you mean?
hard.
Take it right to the face.
I do during the
hard.
week, but then
No, you don't.
yeah, I think last week I didn't drink Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Even one day of not doing it is like you're doing
That's
the
me
cycle.
taking
yeah.
it to the face.
Yeah.
I take 24 hours off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting wrecked to the face.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'll be getting at
get
least I think 3 days a week every week.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great too, but
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like I was the
college.
most well balanced
Yeah.
person. But
That's
to me
my
that sounds
goal.
good.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Only drink Thursday to Saturday. Well, not Sunday anymore. Football's on. How you doing?
Right.
I might try to go till we have a show October 5th in Philadelphia.
We
Helium.
do. Go to the show. I don't know what.
Go buy tickets.
Yeah, go to
Just go, you go to
Helium.
the Helium website.
Yeah, Helium Philadelphia, October 5th, 8 p.m. I'm going to wet my beak and stand up for the first time in 5-6 years.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't done stand up in 5 or 6 years?
Yes.
Wow.
I know. We used to work every weekend at Caroline's.
But also good for you.
Yeah, good for us.
I mean, that's like great to not do it for 5 or 6 years. I think like that's like I don't know. To me, that shows a lot of like power.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's like my immediate reaction is like good for you.
Yeah, that you like didn't need the validation.
That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. I didn't even know how to articulate it. I was just
Well,
like,
Chris is in a new relationship. He says things better.
Taking life straight to the face.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years is it's a long time.
I have no idea what. I haven't even thought about. I talked to John today about it.
McKeever?
He's like,
Yeah.
dude, you should be so excited. I was like, I am excited to. I'm excited just to bomb. I
Yeah.
truly am, and I've never thought that before. But like, I just want to like get it out and get it rolling, because I know we'll be doing this,
Dude.
and I know I'm gonna fall back in love with it because I'm in a different place in my head and heart. Where
Totally.
I'm gonna really want to talk about things, but the safety net of like, here's a joke where I know is funny, but I don't give a fuck. I don't ever want to be there again.
You feel so
Yeah.
dead
Dirty.
and trapped. It does
It's
feel so. You feel like
filthy.
such a fucking loser too.
It's jerking off in a Wawa.
It's so.
It's disgusting, dude. It is so filthy.
It is. 'Cause
They can't read it.
and it feels so. Then you seem like such a monster too. Because if someone's like, "That was great" or something, and you're like, "I hate myself," like you just seem so. It's so weird. And it's.
Yeah.
I
And
get
your
it.
reaction to them when they're like, I'm just complimenting you, you're like, ew, stop.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's not fair to yourself first. It's gross.
I've been taking it on the chin, dude.
Yeah, no, you've
Doing the
been doing
new
great.
stuff.
you said.
That means you're growing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get out. I need to really
I just
push
started,
myself to.
I started just doing like I'm featuring for Santino. I just started doing like 12 minutes of shit I literally never said on stage
and you
before.
do it right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
And
that's how you gotta do it.
Oh boy. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah. It's
That's fun, though.
I mean, 12 minutes of it
Tough as
is
shit.
is like that's good because it's like the quicker you're gonna develop it.
You know, the worst part is that the first show that I did, it went really well,
Fuck,
and I forgot to record it.
son of a fuck, bitch.
And I said a bunch of stuff like you know, like when you
You're on a
kind of
roll.
have a loose plan about how to
Yeah.
get through it, and then you got through it like the
Right.
right way. You took the right route through it, and then I didn't have the map.
Totally.
So the next night I'm just I'm trying to remember what I did last
Right.
time, and it was just
Yeah, and you're trying to recreate like shreds of memories, and you're like, but last night I was on fire. Like it was just, I don't know what. It's like that feels like the algorithm's broken.
Just a theater full of people being like, "What are you talking about?"
I remember riffing on Philly's Funniest, like my second year.
Yeah.
And I crushed on like the first round. And I did like improv. And then the next round, I tried to like recreate the improv. And it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. It's rough. It was so bad. I saw Mayo.
You're reacting to stuff that happened in last night's crowd.
And no one was truly. I used like I was making fun of this dude's shoes and it crushed. I called them like step ups or something. Remember those like the ones with the big heels?
Yeah.
And I tried to like do it the next time.
Like, wait, picking on this
like,
guy.
Who are you talking about? I just recreated this moment to try and be funny. Holy fuck, was it bad?
I've done that before. Yep.
It was so bad.
Yep. Yep. We're all like riff on something up top and it works really well, but then the next night, and especially if it's a long set, and you're like, fuck yeah.
I don't know if this copy is because we're from Philadelphia, but looking for something different to cover up that hole in your wall.
Oh, okay.
DISPLATE is a cool new metal poster you want in every room. They have millions of cool designs available featuring gaming, movies, comics, and anime. DISPLATE also features officially licensed designs including Star Wars, Netflix, and many more if you want to be a real fucking dildo.
That's our DISPLATE thing. That's that poster.
Oh, yeah, I
that
should
black.
grab it. Let me grab it.
What's a display?
It's just a metal. It's a metal. Yeah. It's a metal poster.
Oh, cool. I have one of those in my apartment.
Put magnets on the wall and you can just stick it to it.
Don't have one of those.
So you don't have to like drill into the wall or like hang. Yeah.
Cool.
So these are related to my cookie show.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's just, how do the magnets stay in the wall?
They put like, you put little stickers on the top, on the wall itself, and then the magnet sticks to the
metal. Yeah.
To the metal here.
Yeah.
I've had tons of problems with drilling holes in walls.
There's no drilling. There's none of that shit. It's
great.
You can quickly pop it off and put another one back on if you want.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
So there
You're
you
going
go.
to see it.
All right.
Actually, when you go in the bathroom, you're not going to be able to see your face. Did you see how high our fucking...
Do you have anything on your walls?
Our mirrors?
What? Oh
In
my
my
God.
walls in my apartment now, nothing.
Yeah.
Because my other apartment, I have this one metal thing I bring with me everywhere. It was a quote from a coach where it was like, it's not, I've had it for years. I don't even know what it is, but it's like about how the difference between like a fighter and not, it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. I've been trucking that same little thing with me. I don't even, the only thing I bring, and I don't even know
I
what
would
it
have
says.
never guessed this is your
But
existence.
it's a piece of metal, and I've like drilled it into walls before.
Yeah,
I don't drill it up anymore because I had this girlfriend that said it was depressing.
I've been there. Just lying in a bed full of dirty laundry, watching like Gladiator.
It's that motivational. It's like how many times you get back up, and I'm like,
The thought of you walking out of every apartment you have to move to, you just have the get back up sign and one glass in a box.
Here
I'm moving again.
It's bad.
Emma's moving
And
again.
I mean, my parents always gave me bunches of stuff. Like it's not like for a good reason that I room like that.
On top of that is 95 key fobs.
It only takes 20 seconds to hang a display. No power tools, no damages, no frustrations. Once you mount one, you can switch out a new plate. Click the link in our description to see some of our favorite displays and save up to 29%. This gets me every fucking time. 29%. What does that mean?
Why did they do that?
Why not 30?
I don't know.
29 sounds original.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah? Save up to 29%.
It's a little weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Get 25% off when you buy one, or two at 29% off when you buy three or more. Whoa. Get 25% off when you buy one, or two, and 29% off when you buy three or more. Discounts will automatically be applied to your cart when you click the link, or use the code StuffIsland when you visit DISPLATE.com. That's DISPLATE.com, code StuffIsland, or click the link in our show notes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get some posters. Get some shit on your walls. These are light. They're easy to move.
This is what I was going to say.
Can't really break them.
I was actually going to ask this to
Can't
display.
rip them.
If they come in different sizes, because we just got our bathroom redone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
nice.
need
Which
yeah.
Pretty fucking sweet.
The new bathroom's nice.
And the plumber is 6'8". This big 6'8"
Damn.
Italian. And he looked and positioned this into, we have tile. Mm-hmm. They put tile in. Very nice.
Very nice.
But once you cut the tile, you can't just pop in another piece of tile. It's a big fucking job. So he's looking at himself and places the mirror not for us.
Dude. I feel like he should come back and redo that. If I did that to someone,
but there's a huge hole in the wall where he put like electrical because the mirror like lights up.
We can't drop it. We can't drop it. We can't drop the fucking mirror.
Because most people aren't that tall, so he
wasn't thinking. If you met the guy, he's a fucking.
Because he can't do that usually. He must have to be.
Yeah.
Did you look in the miror when you were in there?
I didn't notice.
Oh, holy shit!
But
it's like I'm looking over
you
a
didn't see
fence.
yourself in the fucking mirror.
Didn't even occur to me.
Yeah. You'd be here. Chris is here. I'm here. It's like you're not going to see.
So
yourself.
he just wasn't thinking, and then you guys went in and were like, "What are you doing?
All this time, we spent 5 fucking weeks getting this thing done." Yeah. So my point is, with DISPLATE, I was like, you don't have to get a. He's looking for a 3-foot mirror because it's got that push button. It's kind of nice. It's a nice makeup thing.
Yeah.
I like to exfoliate and do my eyebrows.
You got all these lotions now.
I got a lot of lotions. I need a mirror that's right size mirror. I need a right size mirror.
I got to start doing lotion.
Chris, I'll help you up.
Dude, Denver is so fucking ridiculously dry.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's like
just because the altitude. I was there this summer, and I was at the Improv, which isn't in Denver. It's the Denver Improv, but it's like an hour out of Denver.
Okay.
Because like people kept being like, "It's not in Denver. It's not in Denver." I was like, well, I don't know where the fuck I am. It says
it's close.
It's called the Denver Improv. Yeah. But yeah, my skin got dry there too.
It's fucking nuts. You don't sweat.
Yeah.
Like you start to sweat and it immediately dries.
I kind of like
your
that.
skin starts to. It's kind of nice, but it feels like when you go swimming at the beach. And then like the salt dries to your skin like instantaneously.
Were you moisturizing your face?
No, I didn't.
Why? You have moisture. I told you what to get. You got Kiehl's.
No, they took it from me in the airport. They said it was it was 4 ounces.
The Kiehl's.
Yeah.
That's $40.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I used like a face oil. When I started using that started change. That was like a game changer.
What'd I say?
We use oil.
Cocoa butter oil at night?
Yeah. That's what you do? Yeah. I need something.
Cautious. I got to piss.
Do it.
Okay.
You going to stick around for the page?
What's the page?
You do another hour of Patreon.
You do another hour for the Patreon?
Yeah.
Say
You're
yes.
welcome. Yeah. Say yes.
Let me see what time it is.
Okay. Yeah.
She had a great time. All right. See you later.